Now look, today we're talking about a convicted unaliver who's still on the run right now. And the crazy part is, he might not be too far from where it all started. And it's been a minute since I touched on this subject, but today we're going to talk about Derrick Groves, the last man standing from the New Orleans prison escape. Look, y'all sit back and relax and stay until the end of this episode because we about to dive right in. Welcome back to another episode of Eyes Low, Belly Full. As y'all know, this marks episode number 83. Now, let's rewind a little bit. Back in May, 10 inmates escaped from the Orleans Parish Prison in New Orleans. And this wasn't no high-tech laser beam Mission Impossible type shit. They just basically knocked a hole in the wall behind the toilet, a big enough hole for them to fit through. And yeah, behind the damn toilet. Now, apparently, someone turned off the water to make it easier for them to move the toilet. You feel what I'm saying? So they went through the hole, they went through the loading dock, and then they hopped over the fence like they was in some goddamn military summer camp or something like that. And I spoke on this situation a little bit in a previous episode I put out a couple months ago around the time when it happened. Like how they wrote on the wall that it was too easy and everything like that. So I'm going to put that episode in the description below. And I'm also going to put the episode that I made a couple months back too of the psychology of Derrick Groves. Both of them episodes will be in the description below. So definitely go check it out. Now, most of them was caught pretty quick. 9 out of 10 of them. But one man managed to disappear. And that's Derrick Groves. For those who haven't watched any of my previous episodes where I covered this subject, or who hasn't been keeping up with this story in general, Derrick Groves is not your average fugitive. He's a 28-year-old man who was convicted of second-degree unaliving. And according to reports, Derrick Groves opened fire at a Mardi Gras, which he ended up unaliving 2 individuals and injuring multiple others. Cold shit. And that wasn't no minor offense. He was already facing life behind bars. And now he vanished into thin air. But he didn't do it all alone. Come to find out that his girlfriend actually worked at the jail. I believe her name was Derrick. And she pretty much helped him coordinate a lot of things through a jail-issued iPad. Now, she's been arrested and charged, along with the jail maintenance worker who pretty much helped them disable the plumbing. So, turned off the water so they could move that toilet. So, yeah, it was definitely an inside job.
The U.S. Marshal's Office says Dariana Burton, the girlfriend of Derrick Groves, was taken into custody outside of a home in New Orleans on St. Peter Street today around noon. Burton is accused of assisting inmate Derrick Groves, who escaped from the Orleans Justice Center nearly 1 month ago. Arrest documents allege Burton talked to Groves about his plans and involved another man on their conversations. All these conversations unfolded using an internet messaging and video system inside the jail, according to court documents. Burton is facing a charge of conspiracy to commit simple escape, which is a felony. The U.S. Marshal's Office says more accomplice arrests are possible.
And other agencies are uncovering information leading to arrest of associates of both of them and other people for aiding an escape or for conspiracy to commit state escape. And unfortunately, this may continue as we uncover more information on people that may or may not have been involved in aiding either Mr. Massey or Mr. Groves.
And Burton is a former Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office employee. Her bond has not been set yet, but we do know she is being held in custody at a Plaquemines Parish jail. Reporting in New Orleans, Jasmine Franklin, WDSU News.
Now, here's the big question. How the hell is Derrick Groves still out here? Because authorities don't think he hopped on a plane or snuck into Mexico. You feel me? Like, they actually think he's still in the lower Ninth Ward, which is his old neighborhood in New Orleans.
New Orleans prison escape. So they just dropped an article this morning, or let's just call it a news report. Guess what they said? They literally went over everything. They said how these dudes broke out. They said why they broke out. And they even said that Derrick Groves might have been the leader. And I'm starting to think that that's just false. I feel like that this news report said that Derrick Groves is the leader of all this because they cannot catch him right now. That's the only reason that you would say something like that. Because this is my first time reading something like that where it said something like that. They've never said that anybody was a leader. Nah, that ain't how it went down. Like I said before, there was an opportunity that 10 people took. There won't no leader and this won't planned. That's what they trying to get at. They trying to make it seem like this was all planned and he was honcho. Nah, that ain't how it worked. What it is they have no information, right? So they're literally trying to put just anything out there to take the heat off of them. But yet again, you still have nothing. And there's so many people saying that he's out the country. At one point, I did say like a couple weeks ago, I think he's out the country. But I thought about it. How did he get out the country? I know for a fact he's not in New Orleans. We all know that. But then again, that's the reason that y'all ain't catching him because y'all still looking in New Orleans. I don't know how many times I gotta say it, but y'all are making it hard on yourself. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I did joke with y'all yesterday too. A lot of y'all was mad at me, but check me out. I was only doing what I was seeing. Nah, I'm just playing though. Right now, he's still gone. Don't nobody know where he at, so I'll keep y'all updated.
They can't find Derrick, so now they try and disrespect it. So New Orleans Police Department believes Derrick may have changed his appearance. Now, usually when they say someone has changed their appearance or look this mind, if it's a dude, they give him a beard. You know what I'm saying? They might put some glasses on him, something like that. They gonna change Derrick's whole gender. And it's only because they can't find him. They don't know where this guy is at. He's not in the country. I can pretty much guarantee you that. Everybody else is pretty much in the same state, which is crazy. Like, no one else left the state. I think somebody got caught in Texas. Derrick probably in Mexico or something like that. Whoever had Derrick last, y'all won. And it doesn't seem like they have any clue where he's at because now they're stooping to the level of changing his gender. And to be honest, these all still look like Derrick. So I don't think there's, like I said, grow some facial hair, do something like that. That would be rule number one, not just put a wig on or like, you know what I'm saying? Like try to put some makeup on or something like that. Like, that's how you know they're just disrespectful at this point. They're just mad they can't find him. So now they go on a name call and they go like, hey, you changed yourself to a woman. That's why we can't find you.
And the twist is he might have people out here protecting him because this ain't just about a manhunt. It's about a community mistrust because his family does have a history with law enforcement. You know, about his, back in the 90s, his grandma was killed by a law enforcement officer. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, the description to that video, I dive more deep into that situation in one of my previous episodes, which I put in the description below, the background and psychology of Derrick Groves. Definitely go check that out. Now, obviously, that type of trauma doesn't just go away. And the folks in the area might not be too eager to help the same police department they spent decades not trusting. You feel me? And let's be real. If someone like Derrick Groves has local support, finding him is going to be way more harder. Now, as of today, Derrick Groves is the only escapee still on the run. The feds, the marshal, and the local law enforcement are working overtime to hunt down Derrick Groves. I mean, they even put up a $50,000 reward for any tips that lead to his arrest. And despite all the tech surveillance and boots on the ground, they still got nothing yet. Either he's real lucky or he's being helped by people who really know how to move in silence. So what happens next? Will Groves be caught? Or will this turn into one of them fugitive stories where Groves live off the grid forever? I mean, whatever happens, this case exposes a lot about jail security, community trust, and supposedly how easy it is to escape from a secure facility. Now, I want to hear what y'all think about this situation. Do y'all think someone from the community would turn him in for that $50K reward? Or do y'all think this is deeper than just one escapee? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. And also, if this video resonated with you, go ahead and hit that like button. Give me a thumbs up and also subscribe and hit that bell notification for more episodes. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.